Welcome to the Gamer Show. My name is Gage. We got a lot of cool topics to talk about today, so without any further ado, let's get right into the news. The new NVIDIA RTX 3080 graphics card was tested by the YouTube channel Linus Tech to see if it could run Crysis Remastered on 4K settings. The Can It Run Crysis graphics mode is designed to demand every last bit of your hardware with ultimate settings. And this is exclusive to the PC, of course. The graphics card was able to push 25 to 32 frames per second with those ultimate settings, which, to be honest with you, just isn't really all that much. Like, I can't play games under like 30 FPS. I just can't. It just looks like crap to me. The video footage clearly had some annoying stutters, and it was clear the GPU was having some troubles. So, unfortunately, just, I guess, don't expect to be running Crysis on 4K ultimate settings anytime soon. On September 16th, Sony announced the PlayStation 5 was available for pre-order at select retailers for the 17th of September. The digital edition will be sold for $399 USD, while the standard edition will be sold for $499 USD. The PS5 was available for pre-order at major retailers such as Walmart, Best Buy, and Amazon. Fast forward a day later, and it was out of stock everywhere. I mean, what a surprise. It's only the newest and greatest console. I mean, what'd you expect? Fans were quick to show their frustrations on Twitter. The majority said they were busy for a few hours, then went to pre-order and realized it was out of stock. So, I mean, what do you do? Some fans were supposed to be reminded by PSN to pre-order, but it was deemed completely useless due to it being out of stock anyway. So, I mean, whatever. PlayStation has since responded and said, quote, "Let's be honest, PlayStation 5 pre-orders could have been a lot smoother. We truly apologize for that. Over the next few days, we will release more PS5 consoles for pre-order. Retailers will share more details, and more PS5s will be available through the end of the year." I mean, come on, Sony, what'd you expect? I mean, you're releasing the greatest new console ever, and you don't have enough to pre-order. I mean, what the heck, Sony? What's going on? The Marvel Spider-Man Ultimate Edition has been spotted on the official PlayStation Direct pre-order page. The minimum size file for the game, along with Demon Souls, has been recently revealed for the PS5. The minimum requirement for the Spider-Man game is a whopping 105 gigabytes. This is a massive file, especially in comparison to the original release on PlayStation 4, which was only 62 gigabytes, mind you. And even with the 3 additional DLCs, it was still under 70 gigabytes. So, I mean, okay. However, the minimum requirement is not always definite. An example of this would be The Last of Us Part 2 had a minimum requirement of 90 gigabytes, but the final download was only 76 gigs. All in all, it is clear to see that the size of these new releases on PS5 are going to be much bigger than we expected. What is your take on this, Lewis?
It's crazy to think that a game could be 105 gigabytes. That's over 10% of a 1 terabyte hard drive. It'll especially be frustrating for people with bad internet speeds downloading the games.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about because, like, let's be honest here, my original Xbox 360 had a card, like, you put in it, it was 256 megabytes, like megabytes. Like, what's going on? I don't understand. I mean, even like 256 gigabytes is not enough for some games. Next, we are going to talk about the differences between the PlayStation 5 Standard and the PlayStation 5 Digital, and whether they are worth the money. Now you may be wondering, what is the difference between them both? Well, the answer is not too much. Everything from a physical perspective is exactly the same. The only other major difference is that the PlayStation 5 Standard has a physical disc for media such as games, movies, etc. But the digital edition does not have those things. Now, let's go through the pros and cons for both versions. So first up, we have the PlayStation 5 Standard. The pros are you can have access to more PS4 games, you're able to buy used games and share them with friends. The console is also a 4K Blu-ray player. Now, the cons to this version of the PlayStation 5 are the disc drive means it has more chance of getting damaged. Physical games aren't likely to carry over to the next gen after this, and also it just is plain out more expensive. Now, here are the reasons you should consider buying the PlayStation 5 Digital. The ease of use and cleanliness is better than the Standard. The hardware is less expensive and cheaper to replace, and the console is just less expensive altogether. However, the downside to the digital edition is that games can't be shared with friends or bought secondhand. It hasn't got a 4K Blu-ray player either, and games are likely to take up more storage space. So, I mean, if you want my 2 cents, I would go with the physical edition if you're looking to like have more physical discs and movies. But the digital edition, since we're moving more towards streaming, might be the best option. Next up, we're going to be talking about the games that are going to be exclusive to the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So if you are undecided on which console to buy, pay attention because this might be a deal breaker. So first off, here are some PS5 exclusives to expect at launch: Demon's Souls, Destruction All-Stars, Spiderman Miles Morales, Godfall, and a few other titles. Now, on the Xbox side of the ring, it's actually quite disappointing with only 3 exclusive titles at launch. So we've got Yakuza Like a Dragon, Tetris Effect Connected, and Gears Tactic. I mean, what the heck, Xbox? Like, give us a Halo game or give us another Forza game. Like, come on. Microsoft does have games such as Crossfire X, Stalker 2, Evolved, Forza Motorsports, and many more titles, and obviously the plane game like this flight simulator thing. I'd like to see that on next-gen consoles, but there are no confirmed release dates as of yet, leaving the Xbox Series X launch a little underwhelming, to say the least. It's kind of lame. Originally, Xbox fans had Halo Infinite to look forward to as a cross-gen launch title, but after the gameplay reveal backlash, the developers delayed the game till next year. So all you Halo Infinite fans, you gotta wait another year because that's just how long it's gonna take. Sony, on the other hand, has at least 8 launch titles lined up for the PlayStation 5, and they look to make a big splash like they usually do. Outside of exclusives, both consoles will spotlight the ability to play older generation titles in enhanced modes. Microsoft is offering games for the Xbox Game Pass, while Sony will offer specific titles through their new PlayStation Plus collection. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I love the Xbox Game Pass. Like, I never thought I would, but I got it quite a while ago, and there's just so many epic games to play, so I recommend that. Not sponsored by it, but hey, if you want, listen, Microsoft, Bill Gates, send us an email. Finally, we're going to end the episode off with this cool story. We got a cool side-by-side video from the game on PS5 versus the older version on PS3 from the YouTube channel Phobia. Thank you, Phobia, for permission to use this video. Make sure to check out his channel in the description below. In my opinion, the graphics are insane, and Bluepoint has done an amazing job on this one. I'm so excited to see the future of games. When you look at this right here, I mean, what's going on? Like, this is just perfect. Yeah, I've been Gage from the Gamers channel powered by MGN. Have a good one.